chat.
He said and left the class after all students bowed their heads. Finally, the class is over. You yawned and stretched your arms. Then you heard someone calling your name. You irritatedly looked at the person as you know who was calling your name. Jimin, your enemy. Digging, can't you see I'm just trying to rest? If I am, so what? Just mind your own business. No, I just want to rest, so go. Why? Am I your girlfriend that I will eat with you? Go tell Yona, she will help you. Before you could say anything, he grabbed your hand and took you to the canteen. Tell me, Jimin, who asks his enemy to accompany him while eating? Just to ignore someone? He said, placing the plates full of food on the table. After rolling your eyes, you were about to say something, but Megan came, ignoring you. Looking at the clock, your mom complained. Your mother was about to say something, but you came. He mounted to, I will handle this. Mounted a thank you and went from there. Saying this, she went from there. You were about to enter your room, but you caught off guard by Nick. Before he could say anything, a sudden emphasis hit you. You covered your mouth and went to back to throw up. You didn't bother to lock the door. Nick also followed you. He tried to protest, but he went from there. You opened your eyes, you put your one hand in your dress's pocket and stick out a pregnancy kit. It was positive. Glancing at that, your eyes became teary. You again closed your eyes, but tears made their way. Hearing a voice, you wiped your tears. As you know, the owner of the voice is Jimin. You hurriedly tried to put the pregnancy stick in your pocket, but unfortunately, fell from your hand and Jimin picked it up. Now you were not daring to look at his eyes. You stood there, lowering your head. His voice came out a whisper, but audible enough for you. You just nodded your head without looking at his eyes. Seeing you crying silently, he just hugged you tightly. You also hugged him back. This time, you just needed someone to comfort you. After spending some time at rooftop, sharing your concerns to him, you were going back to your class with him. But you didn't know not only Jimin but also another person had heard your half conversation. Clapping for gathering everyone's attention. Your eyes widened by this. Jack, the playboy whom you rejected to death, now he always tried to destroy your image. Jimin was about to say something, but Jack spoke. He was blabbering a lot bad words about you. You were just looking down all the time. But Jimin couldn't take it. He grabbed his collar and punched him. He was defending you. It was becoming very chaotic. Now two men were fighting for you, but suddenly you felt your stomach was aching badly. You backed away and supported yourself with the help of wall. The pain was severe. Then you felt something was dripping between your legs. You put your hand and felt blood. You got scared a lot. At that moment, didn't come to your mind, you just screamed. Hearing your painful scream, Jimin immediately looked at you and stopped fighting. Seeing you like that, he also got scared. Jack also got shocked. He called your name and went towards you. Before you could say something, you passed out. Jimin quickly picked you up in a bridal style and went to hospital. 3 years later, standing at your balcony, you were looking at the dark sky. A tear dropped from your eyes, remembering your late unborn child. It's true that your presence never made me the happiest person, but your death gave me the deepest wound, a wound that mark will not fade during time, a sorrow that will always remain the same. Mommy really loves you, baby. Your thoughts were interrupted by your husband's voice. He back hugged you, you wiped your tears and smiled. What happened, Jimin? You are looking happy? You and Jimin got married recently. Hearing this, it felt like your heart skipped a beat. You turned towards him with shocked face. He cupped your face and said, while you were hugging him, he was patting your back. Hearing this, he broke the hug and faced you with a shocked face. You fell on your knees. Now Jimin was on the verge of crying. You know, Jimin, my biological father was military man. He died when I was only 1 year old. From then, my mother took care of me all by herself. I saw her sacrifice her own happiness for me. She was just longing for me outside, but inside she was lonely. I saw her crying silently. Then Mr. Lee came into our lives. I was only 13 years old that time. He was divorced that time. His wife chose other men over him. Two of them fell for each other. I also liked him. He is such a great man. Before marrying my Umma, he told us he has a son, Nick, older than me, but he was living with his mother. He will visit us every vacation. Me and my Umma didn't have any objection. Mr. Lee never treated me less than his son. Even he loves me more than Nick. I also love him as my own father. At first, everything was normal, but then Nick started to behave weirdly. He started to touch me. I first thought it was just brotherly love, but then more tears fell from your eyes. Jimin patted your back. He hugged you tightly. Now tears are flowing from his eyes too. You just nodded your head and let him calm you down. You didn't say anything, you just hugged him tightly. He also did the same. He clearly could hear your sobs. Thank you, Jimin, for bringing me out of the hell, staying by my side, for accepting a touch woman like me, for accepting a unholy, impure woman like me. What do you want? He smiled at him. You both laughed. Yeah, I know. I just have burned my own ends. There is no escape now. You again